Can you unmute today, Srilata? Namaste, namaste, everyone. Namaste, Sumati. You have to unmute your mic.
Namaste, Kumarji.
Namaste, namaste. Srilata, are you able to unmute? Very much. Thank you. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
We'll start with the 3 ohms as usual. The first ohm as a refresher, the first ohm is to transcend this physical body, our physical body, to transcend that physical body. The second ohm is to give up and transcend all the attachments they have with this materialistic world. And the third Om is to merge with that unmanifest divine. So this is the sankalpa or intention that you must have when you chant each of the Oms. And if you follow closely how I'm chanting, the first Om I chant quite at a high pitch. Because the physical body, the grossest, needs a highest pitch. If you look at the next Om, it will be at a slightly lower pitch because we are chanting for a little more subtler thing. And finally, the most subtle thing, the unmanifest divine. So the pitch is lower. With me? So let's start with the 3 Oms. The first Om is for to transcend the physical body. Take a deep breath. The second Om is to transcend our attachment, all our attachments to the materialistic world. Take a deep breath. The third Om is wanting to merge with the unmanifest divine. Take a deep breath. Namaste, Suprabhatam. If you are here in USA, Namo Namaha for those in India. So let us start the session with the prayer and the sutra chanting by Kranti. I think she is here.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
Go ahead, Kranti.
Yeah. Om Yasyakva Rupamadhyam Prabhavati Jagato Nekadhanugrahaya Prakshina Klesharashir Vishama Vishadharo Nekavaktra Subhogi सर्वज्ञानप्रसूतिर्भुजगपरिकरप्रीतये यस्य नित्यं देवो हीशः व्यात् सितविमलतनुर्योगदो योगयुक्तः योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचां मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि आबाहुपुरुषाकारं शङ्खचक्रासिधारिणं सहस्रशिरसं श्वेतं प्रणमामि पतञ्जलिं श्रीमते अनन्ताय नागराजाय नमो नमः। अथ समाधिपादः अथ योगानुशासनम् योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः तदा द्रष्टुः स्वरूपे अवस्थानं वृत्तिसारूप्यम् इतरत्र वृत्तयः पञ्चतयः क्लिष्टाः प्रमाण विपर्यय विकल्प नेत्र स्मृतयः प्रत्यक्ष अनुमान आगमाः प्रमाणानि विपर्ययो मिथ्या ज्ञानम् अतद्रूपप्रतिष्ठम् शब्द ज्ञानानुपाती वस्तुशून्यो विकल्पः अभावप्रत्ययालम्बना तमोवृत्तिर्निद्रा अनुभूतविषय असम्प्रमोषः स्मृतिः अभ्यासवैराग्याभ्यां तन्निरोधः तत्र स्थितौ यत्नोऽभ्यासः स तु दीर्घकाल नैरन्तर्य सत्कार आदरा आसेवितो दृढभूमिः दृष्टानुश्रविक विषयवितृष्णस्य वशीकारसंज्ञा वैराग्यम् तत्परं पुरुषख्यातेः गुणवैतृष्ण्यम्.
Thank you, Kranti.
Thank you.
So, before we go plunge into the Yoga Sutras, I want to go back and look at this. Hold on. Okay. To share the screen. We saw this last week. So here, if you see, we are here in zone C, that yellow box right at the bottom. And if you see all the way down is the gross body. The gross body is at the bottom. And then right above that is the subtle body vibrations. So the mantras that we chant directly affect that body, the subtle body. So we are made up of these two. That's how we exist in this physical world. So the first Om is to get release from this. That's what we do, to get release from this part. The second Om, we are in zone B, getting rid of all these attachments. We are in zone B. And finally, we want to merge with the creator, zone A, the third Om. So we saw this last week. We will see more of this every week, little by little, we'll see, so that we understand all of that. And last week, I also told you, when we are in the physical body, we have two attachments. One connection, I should say. One connection with zone B, the Prakriti, the divine God mother, the way, whichever you want to call it. And then another connection is directly with zone A, the cosmic intelligence, Purusha, Ishvara, however you want to call it. So we have these two connections. Until the age of 7, we have both these connections nicely established. By the age of 7, little by little, this connectivity with Ishvara drops off. And so by the age of 7, it's gone. That is why in earlier ages, by the age of 7, the children were sent to Gurukula. They were sent to the Gurukula. So the Acharya in the Gurukula's responsibility was to get this link that has been broken to get the students to the disciples to get back that connectivity. So he works on them for the next 12, 15 years for them to get back that connectivity. May not be all, but some of them might get that connectivity. At least that dharma is installed in them. And during that time, they also learn various things and finally find out what they should be doing in their life. They discover the Swadharma. So this is how the Gurukula system used to work, to re-establish that connectivity, or to at least understand how that connectivity can be re-established. So we don't have that background. That is why we are learning it now. With me? And that is the struggle for us in this life. Just reading some slokas, just reading some Mahabharata is not going to bring you this. Please understand this very clearly. Or listening to some discourse, it's not going to come. Or some Acharya puts his hand on your head and gives you Diksha, it's not going to come. Be very clear about this. This will come only by your own effort, your own deep abhyasa. Only through that it is going to come. So I think we have seen enough of this. So I'm going to close. Any questions on this? Any questions on what I've said? Okay, silence is acceptance. I'll move on.
I'm sorry, can you tell more about the connection you're talking about after 7 years?
The connection, there are two connections, I said. One connection is with the cosmic intelligence, that is the Ishvara. And then we have one connection with the divine godmother, Prakriti. Prakriti is going to satisfy all your materialistic desires. That is why we do constantly, we are doing this prayer. Give me this, give me that, right? So sometimes it gets answered, sometimes it doesn't get answered. But until the age of 7, that both those connectivities are very, very strong. And that's why the child is very happy. But as you see, that's why you see when the child sleeps and wakes up, is full of energy. We are not, right?
Yes.
So that's because there's so much of things working in our head, even during the sleep. Whereas when the child goes to sleep, it is in deep sleep and with connectivity with the divine. And while awake, also it is in connectivity with the divine. So it is only doing things which the divine is asking it to do. It is asking questions, it is registering. The inquisitive questioning is all coming from there. By the age of 7, it is by divine designed, by the divine design, those things slowly, the connectivity with the design, with the divine slowly drops off. This is going to drop off for everyone without fail. For some, it may happen by the age of 5 itself. For some, it may be stronger, little bit stronger. But by age of 7, it's gone. Maybe it may even, see, I'm only giving you a statistical average. Maybe for somebody, it may last until 9, 10. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes. Thank you.
I will give you examples as we go, and you will be able to relate to this connectivity. All right, I'm going to close the screen and I'm going to share with you the Yoga Sutra screen. Okay, we started with sutras. We covered about 5 sutras. The first 4 sutras are the executive summary. The first 4 sutras, the executive summary. I also told you that the entire Patanjali Yoga Sutra is written as a research paper or as an essay. So the way that we normally write a project report, we write first an executive summary, right? That's what he has done in the first 4 sutras. And this was written 5,500 years back. So the format was already established. There's nothing that modern man or any scientist in the modern age, he discovered that format. It was already there. So the first 4 sutras is telling you that for the first sutra is telling you that yoga anushasanam, atha yoga anushasanam. Shasanam means a document. So anushasanam means to follow this document. What follows is the document. What document is following? A document on yoga. That's what it means. The most widely used sutra by anyone and everyone in this world who people who don't even know Patanjali Yoga Sutras, they will say this sutra, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So in one sutra, he is very clearly telling you, yoga, what is yoga? Yoga is Nirodha. Nirodha means to control. Nirod, condom, that name comes from here. Nirodha, to be able to control. Or what is it controlling? What is condom controlling? Condom is controlling the birth of babies. So Nirodha means control. Yoga, watch this. Normally we use the word yoga. Actually, the correct word, the way to correctly represent yoga is yoga. It is a pullinga padam. In Sanskrit we say pullinga padam. So any pullinga padam always ends with ha, yoga. In some places that H will not be there because of the Sandhi's rules. So here it is the subject. It is the subject. Pratama Purusha. So yoga hai. So yoga hai, nirodha hai. Yoga hai is the control of what? Chitta. Chitta vritti. Chitta vritti is all the activations. The moment you close your eyes, so many things are happening. So that is the chitta vritti. So it is the control of chitta vritti, or controlling to an extent where it is all silent. That is all yoga is about. Yoga is not twisting and making yourself into a pretzel. No. Not all these various postures. No. Yoga is the control of the chitta vritti. Okay. Tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. So when you identify yourself with and you're in yoga, then you will know the true reality of yourself. The true reality you experience. That's what it means. Tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. And when not itaratra, when not in that state, when you're not identifying yourself, when you're not watching, when you're not an observer, but identifying yourself with all the chitta vrittis, with what are all going in your head and reacting based on that, then you're not in yoga. So we are all not in yoga because we are all listening to chitta vritti, correct? So from this state, we have to go into the state of yoga. So that's why we are going to study Patanjali Yoga Sutras. So this is the executive summary, and this is part of the first section of the first chapter by this part. So in the first section, the first 17 sutras, Patanjali Muni is giving you a nice, beautiful introduction. And the first 4 sutras is the executive summary. Now he's going to give you a little bit more. So now he says, so he's going to talk about, because he mentioned chitta vritti, so he's going to talk about what chitta vritti is. He's going to explain what chitta vritti is. So he says, vrittayaha, panchatayaha, klishtaha, aklishtaha. Vrittayaha. Vritti, we know. Vritti means activations, all that's going on in the head. Vrittayaha. Vrittayaha means plural of vritti. Vrittayaha, Panchatayaha. They are of 5 types. And those 5 types of vrittis, Vrittayaha, they can be painful or not painful. Klishtaha means painful, Aklishtaha means not painful. This is where we stopped last week. Any questions up to here? I hope all of you had a chance, at least those who did not attend the last week, to watch the video. I know Sumati watched it. I'm not sure if others who were absent last week, like Thiru, was able to watch it, because then you will be able to follow it much easier. Okay. Then he is talking about what are all the various vrittis, because he says there are 5 types of vrittis. So he says pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, smrittaya. So he is stating the 5 vrittis. The 5 vrittis are: number 1 is pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, smrittaya. Pramana. Pramana means something that is evidence-based. In Tamil, we say pramanam, right? We say pramanam. Pramana means something that is evidence-based, where there is evidence. Previous evidence is there. And viparyaya means opposite kind of thinking, misconception, or opposite kind of thinking. You fail in something, but you think that you have succeeded. That kind of a wrong thinking. Viparyaya. Vikalpa. Vikalpa is delusion. Delusional kind of thing. Seeing the color of apple as blue. Apples can be in green color, red color, maybe yellow color, pale yellow color. But I have never seen an apple in blue color. So seeing the color of apple as blue, that is vikalpa. So this comes from vikalpa, means it is 2 words actually put together. Vikalpa. V means visesha. I'm sorry, viparita. Kalpa means imagination. Kalpana, names are there, right? Kalpana. Kalpa means imagination, nice imagination. But this is vikalpa. Vikalpa means viparita kalpa. Viparitam. We know in Tamil we say viparitam, right? Viparita kalpa means opposite kind of some deluded way of imagining that which is not possible, those kinds of things. Viparita kalpa. Pramana we saw, viparyaya, vikalpa. Nidra. Nidra is sleep. Right? And smriti. Smriti is memory. We store so many things. That's why when there is a discussion which becomes an argument, immediately, 25 years back you said this, especially between husband and wife. That's how that memory comes back. It's all there and it comes back so fast. Those kinds of good and bad. Okay, that memory. All these are activations. So we have 5 types of activations, and they are pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, smriti. So if you look at the sutra, it says pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, smrittaya. So the smrittaya is a plural for all of them. This is the grammar of Sanskritam. It is smrittaya is not only plural for smriti, but it is also plural for all the other 4 which is ahead of it. With me? Not that you need to know this, but something good to know. So now, see, I said this is like an essay, and you can also imagine here, Patanjali Muni is sitting in front of maybe some disciples and is giving this. Because in those days, essays were not written. Essays were just spoken 5,500 years back. Only after Vyasa came, he put everything in writing. Anyway. So you can imagine that somebody is asking a question. Could you please explain what is pramana? So now he's going to give a definition for pramana. So he says, Tatra pratyaksha anumana agamaha pramanani. Tatra pratyaksha anumana agamaha pramanani. Pramanam is the actual word. Pramanam is a napumsakalingam padam. So pramanani means plural. Like I stated in the I think in the WhatsApp group, the correct way to say Patanjali Yoga Sutras is Patanjali Yoga Sutrani, because Sutram is a napumsakalinga padam. So Sutrani is the plural. So we must really say Patanjali Yoga Sutrani, but we are actually saying Patanjali Yoga Sutras for convenience. We are just putting English there. That's okay. For in normal parlance, that's okay, but this is the right way to say. So pramanani is also a pramanam, means napumsakalingam padam. So pramanani is the plural. So what is pramanani? What are evidence-based things? What is the meaning? Tatra means there. Pratyaksha. In Tamil we say pratyakshama dharinjadu. I saw it, I had pratyaksha darshan. What is the meaning of pratyaksha darshan? Anyone wants to say?
Live.
Huh?
Live darshan.
Live darshan. Yes, something that you saw right in front of your eyes.
Direct darshan.
Yes. It doesn't have to only be God. It can be anybody. I can come in front of you and you can say, oh, I had pratyaksha darshan of Kumar. Pratyaksha means that which is in front of you. That's all it means. It has nothing to do with the divine or anything like that. So he's explaining what is pramanani, what is evidence-based, which that we can see right in front of us and we understand from that. What one sees in front of them. Anumana. In Tamil also we have this word anumanam. I'm sure it is there in all languages, Indian languages. Anumana means inference. Based on our limited intelligence, we make some inferences. So inference. Agamaha. 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 Agamaha means plural. So agamaha means, all of you have heard, we say, oh, this temple is constructed based on this agama, right? Yes or no? Agama. Based on agama principle, this temple has been constructed. Based on the agama principle, this particular building has been done. Based on agama principle, only we have installed all the murtis in this place, blah, blah, blah. So agama means based on rules that have already been established. So, but generally, people refer to as agamaha what is although it will be although it is whatever has come from before, that's all it means. But philosophical people, but people who are deeply involved in philosophy, they have interpreted it as that which has come from Vedas. But then Vedas, when we say Vedas, people know Vedas only from the time Veda Vyas put all those things and compiled all those things. Until then, it was only Shruti based. It was only from the mouth of the Acharya to his disciples, correct? So they only heard. Only Veda Vyas put everything in writing and compiled everything. So, but what we know is Yoga Sutras were even there before the compilation of Vedas in textual form. So Agamaha means everything that was there before that. So Yoga Sutras are also included in that. With me? All that existed, all those things is Agama, not just the Vedas alone. So I understand this very clearly. Everything that has come before that which we know, which are all documented and as part of our scriptures, is all Agama. With me? Any questions? So this is what we are calling as Pramanam. Pramanani means one is what we have observed directly in front of us, Pratyaksha, Anumana, based on our inference, Agamaha, what we know from the Vedas, from Yoga Sutras, etc. Everything that we know based on the Sanatan Dharma, the collection of scriptures in Sanatan. We'll move on to the next one, next sutra. Viparyayo, the next one. What is Viparya? Misconception or opposite way of thinking. Viparyayo Mithyanyanam Atadrupa Pratishtitam. Viparyayo Mithyanyanam Atadrupa Pratishtitam. Pratishtitam means established. Viparyayo Pratishtitam. Viparyayo is established. Okay, those two words, that's what they mean. Viparyayo Pratishtitam. Viparyayo is established. How is it established? How is misconception established? The next three words describe how it is established. Mithyanyanam. Mithyanyanam Atadrupa. That Atadrupa is actually two words. Etad Rupa. We saw this Tada earlier in 1.3. We saw Tada means from that. Atada. Atada means not from that. Not that. What not that? Rupa. Rupa means form. Not that Rupa. That's all it means. Meaning malformed, misinformed. That's all it means. Mithya Jnanam. Mithya Jnanam means false knowledge. So what we are basically saying here is misconception is established in malformed false knowledge. That's how misconception comes. Any questions?
Atadrupa.
Ah.
Can you explain that, Kumaji?
Atadrupa. The actual, the real meaning is what is not true. Malformed. There are two words, deformed and malformed. Deformed happens because of external forces. Malformation happens because of inner thinking.
Okay.
The English word, right? In English, we use these two words, but the context you have to see. Malformed means internally it is happening. Something is being deformed internally is called malformed.
Okay.
Deformed means external, there is an external pressure. You say this can is deformed, means something happened, somebody hit it or it hit against something and there is a dent. So that is deformed.
Yeah. Okay.
We say a deformed hand, a deformed baby, the external part we are saying.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So this is happening because of false knowledge. Misconception is established in malformed false knowledge. With me? Okay. Let's move on to the next one, which is vikalpa, viparita kalpa, delusion.
So,
Shab, somebody said
Kumaji,
something.
sorry to interrupt. The last one, Atrupa Pratishta Titam. That you have not. What is Pratishta?
Pratishtitam.
Pratishtitam.
Look at can you read the Devanagari script at the bottom?
Huh.
If you have a problem reading the English thing, read the Devanagari. Can you read Devanagari?
No, not.
You're not familiar. Okay.
Not familiar. Little bit I can do.
This is how you say Pratish. When you see capital T, then it is Tha.
Okay.
When you see small t, it is Tha.
Okay.
And in capital T also, in Sanskritam, there are two Thas, Tha and Mahaprana Ha.
Okay.
One is Ta, the other is Tha. When I say Tha, you can feel the air in the in the palm if you put it in front. In Tamil, we don't have that.
Oh.
So when I say the Mahaprana, Ha, so we put the capital T and then there is a H.
Okay.
So you can write second Ta if you want.
Okay. British.
Kumarji, what did you said the meaning of pratishtitam?
Established.
Yes, okay.
Established.
Okay, established.
Established. So this is how you read it. Viparyayo is established. Viparyayo pratishtitam.
Okay.
It is established.
So viparya is also established?
Yeah.
No. Viparyayo means misconception.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So we are saying misconception is established. And then the other three words in the center of this in that line tells you how it is established.
Okay.
You must, why I'm saying all these things, you must also understand the beauty with which it is written. Although that is not the goal of this class, wherever possible, I want to give you that too. You must enjoy this, how beautifully it is written. And not just mechanically, chant or just to read this. You have to understand the beauty and depth. As Hindus, we are only used to chanting. We never go into the beauty, the meaning, the depth, how it is related to our life. We do none of these things. So I want to change the thinking in you. When I say I, it is not me. It is Patanjali who has presented all this to us so that we can at least change our way of thinking. Okay, next move on to the next sutra. Shabdanyana anupati vastu shunyo vikalpaha. Shabdanyana anupati vastu shunyo vikalpaha. Vikalpaha is delusion. That's what we saw, right? Vikalpa, viparita kalpa, kalpana. That is the imagination that has gone haywire. Viparita kalpa. There is an asana called viparita karani. Because instead of normally putting while lying down and doing something, we put our legs up and do that asana. Normally, we don't put our legs up and do things, right? So that is why it is called viparita karani. So viparita means that which is not normal. That is viparitam. Viparita kalpa. Wrong way of imagination, delusion basically. This is where I said thinking of a blue colored, conceiving a blue colored apple. So what is vikalpa? Shabdanyana. Where is it coming from? Shabdanyana anupati vastu shunyo. That's what he is saying. So Shabdanyana. There are two ways of looking at Shabdanyana. Shabda means in Sanskritam, Shabda means word. Okay. There is another way of looking at it. Shabda also means that which follows the laws of vibration. See, everything in this world is all vibration. So Thiru will know vibrations because he is a musician. Everything is vibrations for him. Okay. If you go deeper and deeper, everything is vibration based. So scientifically, everything is vibration. The same thing. If you go deep into the subnuclear particles, electrons, neutrons, protons, you will see the electrons are all going around and round and round. So it is vibrating. So that's what we are saying here. Shabda Jnana means that knowledge of vibrations. Knowledge of vibrations. Anupati means what follows from that. What follows from the Shabda Jnana is Anupati. What follows. Anupati means what follows. Vastu Shunyo. Vastu means matter, subject matter here. Anything can be a Vastu. A shirt is the Vastu, a pen is a Vastu. Here the subject matter is the Vastu. Matter is the Vastu. Shunyo. Shunyo means zero is one aspect, not there is another thing, cannot happen is another meaning, not true is another meaning. So we are saying Vikalpaha, what is delusion? Delusion is something Shabda Jnana, by the laws of vibration, it is possible, but matter-wise, it is not possible. So this imagination of a blue apple, scientifically it is possible, right? If there can be a red apple, there can be a blue apple. But in reality, that is not there. That's what we are saying.
What did you say for shunyo?
Shunyo is, although shunya means there is nothing, right?
Yes.
Shunya means there is nothing.
Okay.
Shunya means also that which there is none, that which cannot happen, that which is not true. So here we are using the later part of the meaning, that which is not true or which does not exist.
Okay.
Vastu is matter. So there is no blue apple that can exist. Although in your imagination it can be there. Scientifically, although it is maybe 200 years later, somebody may come up with that. So many things have come. Until I came to this country, I never knew that cabbage can be purple in color. I have seen only green cabbage back in India. Only after coming here, I saw purple colored cabbage. But now you see that in India too. Okay, let's. Is this clear? Vikalpa.
Yeah,
No.
can you tell me Vikalpa also, please?
Huh?
Vikalpa also, can you please tell me one more time? Sorry.
Vikalpa is delusion.
Okay.
Kalpa means delusion.
So Kumarji, what would be the whole line sentence would be?
Huh?
You understood the meanings of separate words, but the whole line, how would we describe the whole line?
So delusion is that which follows science. That's what I said. It is possible, based on the laws of vibration, it is possible to make a blue apple, but in reality, it is not there.
Okay.
Okay. So actually, if we let me roll down a little bit, we can see this here. We can read this. This is probably will make more sense now. Delusion is that which follows science, is scientifically possible, but is materially baseless. Alternate meaning, delusion is when words conjure images that are materially baseless. The difference in interpretation comes from the word shabdanyana, which can be interpreted as knowledge of vibration, which is the basis of nature and hence scientific, or understanding of words. So there are two ways in which one can understand delusion, but we want to take the one on knowledge of vibrations. That's scientifically possible, because this is what Vedavyas also has given us commentary in his Bhashya. I told you, right, last week, that the only commentary, the only Bhashya Vedavyas wrote is for the Yoga Sutras. None of the other things he wrote Bhashyas. He did not write Bhashya for any of the other texts. So because he considered this is the greatest, probably, so he wrote Bhashya only for this. So Vyasa also has given the interpretation based on the knowledge of vibrations. So, which is, knowledge of vibrations is actually merging with the scientific understanding. With me? We will see these vibrations more and more as we go. That we will find that we are ourselves a set of vibrations. Everything is vibration. We'll see this. Yes? Can we move on? Any questions? Madhavi, you are clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question. That's why I'm asking you this. Okay. Let's move on. Abhava pratyaya alambana Vrittihi Nidra. So now he is explaining what is Nidra. What is sleep? So, abhava means not being there. Pratyaya, alambana. Alambana means the state. Alambana means state. The state of being. Alambana is state. Pratyaya. Pratyaya means knowing and reacting to what is in front. Pratyaksha, pratyaya, they are all different ways of expressing the same thing. Vrittihi, we know. Vritti means activations. With me? So you got the meaning of all the words. So let us see how
What abhava means?
abhava means that which is not there, not being there.
Oh, okay, abhava. Okay.
Abhava, bhava, abhava,
Right, got it.
not being there. So let us look at the full meaning of this.
Sorry, Kumarji, what is alambana?
Alambana is the state
State.
of being.
State of me.
State of being,
Oh, being. Okay,
state. I am in the sitting state. That state.
got it.
Lying state, walking state, talking state, that state.
What does the dashes mean? We need to read together entire word, or we need to?
Oh, dash means actually, see, the way all the Vedas, everything were, some of them had a little bit of, what should I say, written information, especially some of these Yoga Sutras were written. How they were written? Students listened to the teacher and each one listened, right? And then they wrote based on what they listened in palm leaves, right? So the way they wrote was how they received the sounds, how they received those vibrations, sound vibrations. So if you look at some of the Sanskritam text, the entire line will be one word. So it was left to Vedavyas to come up with a grammar, how to split these full sentences into words. So when you see a dash, those two were together. That's what it means. And it has been split into two based on Sandhi grammar. Okay.
Okay, got it.
So Nidra is the activation, because we are seeing here Abhava, Vrittihi Nidra. That's how it ends, right? Vrittihi Nidra. Nidra is vibrations. Not vibrations, sorry. Activations, sorry. Nidra is activations. What kind of where your ability to react to what is in front of you is not there, because you're in sleep, right? So it does not mean that you're closed your eyes and you're sleeping. It also means a state where something is in front of you or not reacting. That is also Nidra. When you're supposed to react, see, I am in this class, I am talking. So somebody has switched off. So they don't understand what I have said. That is also Nidra. Your inability to react to what is in front of you. The reaction means always, it doesn't have to be outwards. It also taking in and registering. With me? You understand this Nidra?
Excellently. Yeah.
Okay, good. So you're almost out of time. So I'm going to finish with the last sutra. Smriti. What is memory? Anubhuta Vishaya Asampramoshaha Smritihi. Smritihi. Smriti. Smriti is memory. We have a lot of things in memory. So he's explaining what is memory. Anubhuta. Anubhuta. There are two words there. Anu plus bhuta. Bhuta is whatever with respect to this life. Bhuta. Anubhuta. What we have experienced.
Does it not mean experience?
Experience. It means experiences. What one has experienced. Anubhavam, Anubhuta. They are all coming from there. Vishaya. Vishaya means subject matter. Pramoshaha means something which is lost or not found. Asampramoshaha means that which is not lost. Is smriti. That which is there in memory. That which we are able to bring it back whenever we want. Like I told you, in a close relationship, there's something going on. And immediately we go back 20 years back, 15 years back, 5 years. Oh, you said this. So memory comes back. Or we saw something beautiful, some waterfalls we saw when maybe we are 4 or 5 years old. We are still able to bring it back. That kind of that memory. So these are all activations. These are the 5 activations. Pramana, Viparyaya, Vikalpa, Nidra, Smriti. All these are the 5 activations, and he has defined each one of the activations. And we stop here. And from next week, we'll start at Sutra 112. So for every week, please study the sutras.
One question here. When we read, right, in Hindi, Anubhuta, Vishya, no, it's not Vishaya.
Vishaya.
But in Hindi, it looks like Vishya, right?
Vishya.
Vishya.
Actually, it should be in English. Actually, that A should not be the Vishya. I will check on that and get back to you.
Okay, just asking because I was trying to read in.
Yeah, in Sanskritam it is written in Vishya. I think that is the right form. If I am not wrong, I will check on that and get back.
Yes, that is correct, Kumar. Vishaya.
Vishaya or Vishya?
Vishaya, Vishaya.
Well, you know, when it is half sure, so it's a half sure. If it's not a full sure, Vishaya will be the sure, will be the full sure. Vishya, it is a half sure. I think that is what is written on the document.
That's what he's pointing to. In English, he has written Vishaya, but in Sanskritam, it is written as Vishya.
Vishya, yeah. Because it's a
we
half.
have corrected it. In Sanskrit, we have corrected it as Vishaya.
Oh, I did correct it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my document here I didn't have it. Okay.
The document which we have, the PDF is a half share.
Yeah. I think the teacher corrected it to us, and let me double check and make sure. Okay.
Where can you find the recording?
Recording for what?
For the previous session.
You have to look at the chat.
Okay.
It's there. The link is there in the chat session.
Got it. Thank you.
Sir, can you explain about some promotion, please?
Oh, some promotion means that which is not there, not found, lost. Asam promotion means that which is not lost. The opposite of some promotion.
Thank you.
Or not forgotten, whatever it is. forgotten, not forgotten, lost, not lost. Pramosha, asampramosha. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Any questions? Quickly. Is the speed okay for all of you?
Excellent, sir.
Okay. Very good.
Yes, it is.
You must look at this, the PPT slide that I've sent you. Keep looking at it. Look at each and every box. And as we go through the sutras, you will be able to understand more and more of that diagram. And please do the homework that I have sent for you. Last week I sent, again I will send for this week too. I mean, it's basically to read all the sutras, spend at least 10 to 15 to 20 minutes every day. That is how you can get it into yourself. If you only look at it every week, it will just disappear. You must look at it every day. Okay. Thank you. Namaste. See you all next week.
Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please
Kumar.
do your sadhana. Please do your homework.
Namaste, bye, sir.